everybody. I'm Allie Cattail, the author of The Fauna and the Flora, which is a book that takes place in an analog world. That is so weird and rare today. The Fauna and the Flora takes place in an animal forest world where there are no cell phones, no internet, no social media, no instant answers, none of that getting in the way of the drama. I think that is such a rare choice and such a great escape, especially now. Why would I write a book that takes place in a world where you don't have a cell phone in your pocket? Well, first of all, I don't have a cell phone. That's not fully true. I have a flip phone that I put $100 on every year, and I never use it. I keep it in my purse in case of emergencies, but that's it. I don't have a smartphone. I never made the leap. I can count on two hands the number of text messages I have ever sent. I just don't exist in that world, and so therefore my story doesn't exist in that world. My story exists in a place with corded phones. Not saying there's no technology, but there's corded phones, answering machines, faxes, actual handwritten letters and notes, messages that get delivered too late, phone calls that get missed, drama that could not otherwise happen when everybody has a cell phone in their pocket. There's no security cameras, so secrets can live longer than they ever would in a digital world. It's such a pleasure to not only write that experience, but to escape to that experience. I am definitely a child of the 80s and 90s, and so I think there is a nostalgic element to it for me. I remember the world before the internet. I also remember the world as it was budding into the internet and social media culture and all of that. And so I've experienced both sides of it, and yet I think drama fits so neatly into a world without it. You know, there's just, the stakes can almost be higher. I enjoy watching older television. I enjoy where it's just, there's an extra leap that you almost don't have to make. So I like that my book has a newspaper clipping directly in it. I like that people might pick up a magazine. I love the idea of the curled cord around the finger. So it's not entirely without, but it's certainly back a few steps. It's a forest world, and so I think that kind of works. It allows for it. It also speaks to the soap operas that I grew up loving. I'm Gen X. Soap operas were the biggest thing in the world when I was growing up. They were huge. It was the only thing on during the day. You get off of school for the summer, you got nowhere to go, nothing to do. Well, I'm turning on the TV and watching all the soaps. And so since I've chosen to write a soap opera in a book, it very much makes sense that the level of technology would be about that. In my opinion, the forest atmosphere, the home atmosphere feels a little warmer. I think the offices feel a little more tactile when you have to pick up a phone or send a fax. I love the images and the sound quality of a desk with papers on it and paper clips or the scratching of a pencil. I love that characters have to mostly communicate face to face. In my world, although phones do exist, I don't use it very much. Most of the interactions are face to face, and that's something that has changed with soap operas, for instance, throughout time. I mean, now you see that characters sending a quick text message on screen. I can remember when that first started happening and how absurd it seemed that, what, we're sending text messages on the Young and the Restless? That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't feel right. But also, look, no internet. My characters in my book cannot do a quick search to find out somebody's backstory. So you don't know who's good or who's bad. There's no viral posts, no screenshots, no tracking everyone, no security cams. You know, everybody's reputation gets tracked through print or gossip or power. I just think it's been a really interesting and helpful tool to both have and to choose not to use. I feel like the world kind of feels bigger. The world feels a little slower. Waiting matters. Rumors matter. Silence matters. You know, the whispers that are said in private suddenly matter a little more. So the analog world in the fauna and the flora is not just aesthetic. It really supports the drama. It protects the secret. Victor Newmouse starts out this book presumed dead. Well, if Grace could just hop on the internet real quick, she would know that information. They would not have a chance to have their summer romance. And that's just one example of many. I think that having the fauna and the flora take place in a low-tech forest world makes every message, every conversation feel even more important. And it also plays into the animalistic quality there. I mean, animals can't use, you know, the internet, right? That with all the with their paws, how's a bird gonna use the internet with their wings? Just kidding, we get by when we need to. And maybe someday the world of the fauna and the flora will evolve. Maybe they will someday get bigger tech, but for now, they don't have it, and I think it's great for them. It's simple for them, but I think it's also great and simple for the reader. So if you're looking for a little bit of a technology escape, what better way to do that than to pick up a book, hold it in your hands, and escape to this natural world where the tech is small, but the drama is big. Thank you everybody for your support of the book. The Fauna and the Flora, Book 1, Return to Chenoa City, is available everywhere books are sold. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, anywhere where you buy books. You can order a copy of The Fauna and the Flora, or if you would like to receive a hand-signed copy from me, you can go to restlessforest.com. There are also plenty of extras there, lots of stuff to take a look at. The MP3s for the songs are there too. So there's lots of goodies. There's lots to explore in this world. Just because it's analog doesn't mean it's smaller. I feel like it somehow feels a little bigger, maybe a little slower, and hopefully a lot more dramatic. Okay, everybody, thanks for being with me. I will see you next time. Bye.